regular, or not regularly scheduled, but our rescheduled meeting of District 7 to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Approval and or amendments to the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I would like to add let's see the section here. Let's just call it a 3.2
Okay.
about our athletic events tonight.
Okay. Anything else?
None for me.
Entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended. So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the agenda with the addition of the athletic events update. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Any correspondence?
Yes, Mr. Chair, in your packet you will see a flyer from OSBA on all the regional meetings scheduled throughout the state. And you will find on the date of October 7th, Tuesday, is Paisley for Lake County. That date has been changed to October 15th.
Okay.
The reason for the change is there is so much stuff coming at us so fast, again, revolving around Senate Bill 290, Common Core, Smarter Balanced, and all the new accountabilities, that there are trainings popping up all across the state. There is a key training on Senate Bill 290 components for the teacher and principal evaluation that we have to send a team to. I need to be a part of that. Our administration and possibly our teachers need to be part of it, as well as our ESD superintendent, Bob Nash, needs to be part of it. And that directly conflicted with this date. So Superintendent Nash requested that OSBA change that date to October 15th. They've agreed to that, so I'm bringing that to you guys, as I know some of you had already put that on your calendars for October 7th, but now it's going to be October 15th. And we really felt we didn't have much choice in that, because we could not miss this training. It's some key training for the success of our evaluation system. So with that in mind, would that date work for any of the board members?
That would work for me.
Will that work for you, Desi?
Yeah, I'll be back on my top show.
Pete, Darrell, do you know yet?
I know I won't be available.
Okay,
I think it might work,
might work.
yes.
Okay.
If you call me on the 13th.
I'll do that.
And then, you know, the
On the-
I might come up on the 15th.
Yeah, we may have.
Yeah.
What we've done is we've carpooled. We'll just meet at the district office like an hour before the time, and I think it usually starts around 6. And so we'll just meet at DO at 5. We'll grab the expedition and head to Paisley. And dinner will be served. It's usually something like Lakeview Lockers, or they get somebody else to cater the event. Great updates on a lot of stuff going on throughout the state. OSB usually has a good team or delegation there to address certain things from the board perspective, and some good educational items.
Okay.
Okay.
3.2.
3.2 athletic events tonight. Just want to remind the board that we have, the Boosters has a tailgater going on right now. A lot of the proceeds are being generated to go towards the Boosters. I think it's important to remind the board that Boosters not only supports our athletic programs, but also our academic programs, such as 6th grade field trip or different curriculums per their request, and they usually they give us a good chunk of change. There's some great dollars that they help us out with Fund 299 in our budget for athletics, as well as teachers and coaches can make requests for those types of funds based upon what the needs are, and they've done a really good job supporting our programs throughout the year. So just want to remind the board of that. Also Fridays, especially when we have home game, is School Spirit Day, and I can see that Lonnie has her school spirit on as well as I do myself. We're hosting Lost River tonight for the football game. Should be a great competition, so if you guys have an extra moment or two tonight, we'd certainly invite you to the event. I think we had a great volleyball win last night.
That's what I heard. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't able to.
I will have the video highlights of the entire game up within a couple days. It was fantastic.
Excellent. That's quite the win for us.
Yeah.
So I think
Dang it.
we're ex-Henley graduate, right?
No, it's good. That's good. That's a good rival. I think that's a good,
Yeah, I
it's a
think so
good
too.
competition there.
So we're pretty
Yeah.
excited about
The
it.
varsity
Fall.
team was closely matched. That was a very,
Yes.
That's what I heard today at lunch, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so we're pretty proud of our coaches and our students. And with the start of the school year, it's gone very, very smoothly. Also, this is the first year that Tony Shannon and I, our bus driver trainer, and I were comparing notes just yesterday. We said this is the first year that the first week of school has not been absolutely wrought with bus breakdowns. And so our new position with our transportation facility specialist position is working, and it's working great. And so that really adds a lot to the first week of school. It throws you in pure chaos when you have bus breakdowns and mechanical failures and a bus that you just loaded out front here won't restart. And it's a mess. And parents are already on high anxieties already because they're expecting to see their child at a certain time, being delivered to their front doorstep, and when that's delayed, it causes lots of issues. So
is our new bus online yet or not? We haven't received it.
Actually, I just made the call yesterday, and it will be factory ready November 6th. It will take them a little bit to get it to Western Bus Sales, and then they have some things they have to do to it. So I look forward, they said the second week of December. I'm anticipating the 1st of January as we up and running. That's what I'm anticipating by the time they get it here and do all their tweaking.
I think that's a safe estimate.
So-
We'll just be pleasantly surprised if it happens before that.
Yes, but they are working fast on it since it is a wheelchair accessible, and we have a kiddo that's needing that, so they do know that. They just are trying to get it from factory first, so.
Okay,
Okay.
Good.
new business. Executive Secretary hire recommendation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, it gives me great pride and honor to recommend Ms. Rebecca Hargis as our new Executive Secretary. It was quite the exhaustive process. We had over 17 applicants for the position, and it was a tough process of screening and getting it down to our finalists, which we all interviewed. Had an interview committee, and Rebecca by far rose to the top on all the quarters. Her reference checks are nothing but impeccable, and quite the honor for a lot of the comments that I heard from people. So I think Rebecca's skill set is going to be a tremendous, tremendous asset for our district. She's already in a very, very similar position for the prison, and she brings a lot to the plate, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to recommend her hire.
Okay.
I'll move that we hire Rebecca Hargis for Executive Secretary at the salary and insurance cap as recommended by Sean. And she'll be starting the 15th, not tomorrow. Well, this is a salary position, it doesn't. Well, yeah, I'm discussing it. Freudian slip there.
Okay. I second the motion.
So the motion's been made and seconded to approve the recommendation from the superintendent to hire Rebecca Hargis as our executive secretary under the salary and insurance cap as presented. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone? You don't say. Anyone opposed? the motion carries, and Rebecca obviously abstained from the vote. So now, welcome. You will be sitting on the other side of the table.
And we finally got glass.
Maybe, we have to accept your resignation first, so we may not.
That will be hard to be in two places at once.
So, next,
And all the things you complained about, like the executive secretary.
we remember.
You're not gonna say any of those things about me, are you?
Hope
Okay, that's the next item, right?
not. So our next item is 4.2, board member resignation.
Well, Mr. Chair, because of the hire you just made, board policy and state law that says you cannot serve as a board member and be an employee at the same time. So Rebecca has tendered her resignation as a school board member. I'm ecstatic on one end to be working with her in a new capacity, in a new position within the district. At the same time, we're going to miss her services as a board member tremendously. She's provided a lot of great guidance and insight, and I think I can pretty much safely say on behalf of everybody that she'll be missed as a board member.
I have enjoyed my time greatly. I've learned so much from you guys, so I appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate your hard work as a board member as well. So, I will entertain a motion to accept Rebecca's resignation.
So I make a motion that we accept Rebecca's resignation from the board.
I'll second.
All right,
Is
motion.
that, one question though, is that effective now? Yes, it is, huh?
Gonna have to be, right?
Yeah.
Effective immediately.
Yeah.
We want to finish the meeting.
She's probably going to have to switch
I can.
positions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
effective immediately.
All right, so motion's been made and seconded to accept Rebecca's resignation from the board. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, you're out of here.
Awesome there. I know, I love the glass. It looks so great.
In regards to the resignation, Rebecca still has a time period on her term. Do we know exactly how long that is, Alana?
I put it in my letter.
It's in your letter?
Yeah, it's actually in my resignation. It is 2017.
Okay.
Yes.
So, the board will certainly want to try and appoint somebody to finish out her term. Usually what we've done in the past is we have advertised and for invitations for interested people to submit letters of interest, assuming that is what the board wants in terms of the process. Yeah, that's up to
I
her.
think that we need to stay with that process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
I already had a few people inquire.
Really?
People that know that we'll be recommending Rebecca for position.
Yeah, is Cahill in course?
Yeah.
So I think we'll see some interest.
Okay. No, I think that we need to probably start that process.
Okay. Well, if you can make a note of that, we'll get that out.
I'd also point out that we also need
For Monday.
to nominate a vice chair.
That is true. You will need to, that's right, you will need to nominate a vice chair. That nomination could occur tonight, or you can wait until the next board meeting.
Yeah, let's do this, wait. She's not here yet. She's not
All
here
right.
yet.
Okay, we will postpone, but put that on the agenda because.
Yep.
All right. Extra duty coaching recommendations.
Yes, Mr. Chair, normally we would have our athletic director here, but he's a little busy tonight with getting everything going and managing football games. So on his behalf, we're bringing to the recommendation that we Hire Mr. Jay Glasman, he's one of our teaching staff at the secondary level, to be approved as an assistant coach for the 14 football season at the 3A salary level. He does have some coaching experience, and he was previously approved as a volunteer for the football program, but we had a vacancy for the paid position, and we wanted to step up and play in that capacity.
Great.
I'll move that we approve the extra coaching recommendation of Mr. Glassman to assistant coach for the football team at the 3A salary level.
I second.
So the motion's been made and seconded to approve the recommendation of Jay Glassman as the assistant football coach at the 3A salary level. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Did he fill, who was the assistant coach prior?
Yeesh.
I think it was, last year it was Jason Wells.
Oh, okay, right, that's right, it was.
And so that position is just been vacant.
Right.
Jay's kind of been filling in, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna make it official as a
Yeah.
paid position.
Yeah, I think oftentimes they try and hold some of those paid positions through the hiring season, because sometimes it's nice to, for recruitment. And Jay had said, hey, I'll just volunteer, and but since we haven't kind of officially filled it, we feel it's the right thing to do to recommend you for that paid position.
4.4, new position recommendations.
Yes, Mr. Chair, a couple. One is, I've got to commend our secondary staff, including Lonnie. Lonnie's been working on the master schedule development all summer long, including even, she started even early last spring. And they have tried and tried and tried and tried to make things work the best they can with the additional FTE, or the FTE that they have. And you can probably speak to this more than I can, but we're kind of, our backs are in the corner right now. We have some very, very large bulges. We've seen some increased enrollment at the secondary level. And we are asking that the board approve a new certified position for the high school that could be either filled as a business position, a language arts position, a social arts and sciences position, and or ELL position, or a combination of all of the above. To eliminate or alleviate some of these bulges. I mean, we're talking class sizes in the 40s in some cases,
Yeah.
right, Lonnie?
I think we're down to about 38, but we were at 42.
Yeah,
On
even
some of our
30.
PE classes and some high social
Yeah.
studies, high English, over 30. Now, a lot of classes are just teetering right there at 30. So,
So can we do that right now?
Approve a new position?
Well, we can approve it, but can we physically get somebody?
Yeah, actually, this is quite common. I've done this a lot in different districts. I think there was a time or two we've done it here, actually, after the school year started. Normally, you see it more often at the lower elementary levels, seeing who all the kids are that actually come in. But this doesn't surprise me, because we've cut a lot of FTE out of the high school during the Great Recession. We really haven't started to replace it. And with the increased enrollment, what we'll probably do is and this would be a temporary position, we would most likely pick up a young teacher, somebody who didn't get hired to the normal hiring season, somebody who start their career, start resume building, and that's why we make it temporary. And we would reopen this position at the end of the school year, and that person would have the opportunity to either reapply or choose to go elsewhere, and to attract other applicants for the position at that time also. So no, I think it's very realistic that we would find somebody.
I think Steve, is going to, he wants to fly it, but, we've all been in contact with colleges too, with different programs. And so I think that, there's some good contacts that we have out there to, if we get the approval, to really look at some different areas. I mean, we have to seek out a little bit, I think, for Lakeview, and that's pretty normal, but I think there's some opportunities out there that people that are looking for stuff.
And in combination with this is an additional educational assistant recommendation. Behind Kurt over there on the pin board, and I've covered up all the confidential stuff, is our special ed staffing and student analysis and needs analysis. And we got together as an admin team and spent a couple hours with this, including Janet the other day, trying to figure out, okay, who do we have, what kind of needs do we have, how have the needs shifted. We have some RTI influence in elementary that's actually lower numbers, but still the program needs are there. And we have Bob Nash from the ESD here also, because he's a big part of our special ed program. And this is certainly something that is very obvious and has popped out. We have an increased number of one-on-one special ed need kids this year. And when you have to assign one aide to one student because of their IEP needs, that takes them away from the general populace of your special ed students and meeting those IEP needs. Janet and I have figured out a way that we think we can pay for this with some other special ed needs, and I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail because of the confidentiality piece, but we do have a special ed needs student that's gonna, their costs are gonna be quite high this year. And we'll be able to apply for some reimbursement grant dollars from the state at the end of the year, and those reimbursement dollars would theoretically pay for this position. Also, we have some supervision issues. Great example is Jim Nichols is a very large PE class with male or female students in there, and he does not have a female person to supervise the locker room before and after the class, and that's a huge liability for us. So this aid would help out in regards to that. It would also help to alleviate our administration and our teaching staff from having to do just student supervision. You know, again, it's about trying to protect those people to allow them time to either be working with kids, lesson planning for kids, working within the classroom. That's what we pay them for, and that's what we want them to focus on. Pulling lunch duty or locker room duty or something like that. Let's find somebody at a different salary level that can handle that for us. And so we're kind of presenting this as a package for approval tonight to the board. I've got to say, we've done our homework with this. We've done all the numbers. We've tried to take a look at our enrollment, and we've waited as long as we can before we brought this to the board. We kind of sensed that this might be coming, didn't we?
We did, but boy, we just don't have any options. We just don't have anywhere to go right now.
Yeah.
Pretty well backed up in a corner.
Yeah. Jan and I have talked about it. We did not build any flexibility in the certified budget for this year, and so this would have to come straight out of contingency. But I think based upon Janet's last management report, our contingency is still doing very, very well. And I'm not concerned at all about meeting these cost obligations.
Okay, should I make the recommendation? I make a motion that we approve both the additional 1 FTE of temporary teacher and the additional education assistant recommended by Superintendent Sean Gallagher.
I'll second. So the motion's been made and seconded to approve the temporary certified position, 1.0 FTE, and what was the other part?
Temporary.
The temporary classified educational aid.
Yeah, temporary
At 1.0
classified.
FTE.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That really helps
Release
one
of
month.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Great. Our consent agenda, we have resolutions 16, 17, 18, and 19.
I'd like Janet comments on these before the board approves these.
If you'll look at 16, 17, and 18, it's basically to remove Luann Choate and add Rebecca Hardison as a fourth signer for us.
Oh.
But we had to do it for each bank account. So one is for US Bank, one is for Washington Federal, and then the other is the medical reimbursement account that we have for the HRAs and FSAs that are being funded through there.
Okay.
The resolution number 19, I think that we previously had discussion about the ASB accounts. The high school account is fine. They have 4 signers. They've agreed to have one designated person writing those checks and the other 3 being the signers on those accounts, so that we break up that internal control piece. And then the one at the elementary level, there was only 2 signers. So we're requesting to add Mary Kuhn on there, in addition to Tammy and Will. And then Tammy will write and the other 2 will sign off on those. And then, of course, do their bank reconciliation. The principal of each school needs to sign off on that. And then we've also designed as a quarterly internal audit, if you will, just to make sure that we stay ahead of our auditors, that there's no discussion at the end of the year that they, their internal control piece was not taken care of.
Okay. I'll move that we approve resolution 16, 17, 18, and 19 as presented.
Second?
So a motion has been made to approve the resolution 16, 17, 18, and 19 as presented by the business manager. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Our next board meeting agenda items.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have down vice chair nomination next meeting. We'll probably also put board vacancies on the next meeting, if we have any letters by then. We also delayed a lot of agenda items tonight. We just kind of hit the very bare necessities tonight. We'll have, as I was sharing with Chairman Schrader before the meeting, we're going to have a meet and greet work session with all the new staff. Kind of a mixer. We'll have some refreshments, cookies. All building principals introduce all their new staff. And just to, name tags, just a chance for the board to mix and mingle and talk with our new hires. I think you're going to be very pleased with the quality of our hires. We've made some excellent hires this year, and I got to say we've got some really talented people coming to work for us. Also, we're going to have some training on the board books. Alana's been playing with that program already, and it's going to be great. It's really going to help with efficiencies and communication. There's a lot of attributes to that program.
Now, is this all gonna happen Monday?
No,
No.
22nd.
22nd.
22nd. Monday's meeting is canceled as we do not have a quorum.
Unless you just want to come and sit around and hang out. She'll make some coffee for you.
Yeah.
No, she won't. Don't make your own coffee.
Rebecca will make some coffee.
She'll be on, she'll be on. She'll be on, won't she?
On the 22nd, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be back. Just 1 second. We're trying to shorten up our trip.
So do we have any besides Desi that might not be here on the 22nd? You won't be here.
I'll be
Uh-oh, we do not have a quorum now. So I guess we need to discuss.
Yeah, and we'll-
Well, I guess it will be pending on whether or not Desi is back. I know I won't come back.
Yeah. So I and, because that's Monday, right?
Yeah.
I anticipate being back by that Tuesday or Wednesday
Of that week.
of that week.
Yeah, so that's after Monday.
Yeah, that's all I'm telling you.
Are you gonna be here for Monday, the 22nd?
What?
No.
No, because that's expecting me to.
Okay.
So I have some family business that we
Okay.
have to attend to, help my dad's
Okay,
dad.
so the board needs to decide if they want to
Just delay.
reschedule the second meeting in September or just wait until that first meeting in October.
Mhm.
That'll be a big agenda. Just so you know.
What do you think?
I don't know, I won't be here in October either. I've got a meeting on campus on the 2nd, so
Oh, okay.
the next 2 months are really
Tight.
tough for me.
meeting is October 8th.
Oh, it's the 8th?
Yeah,
No,
Oh.
it's the sixth.
well, no, the 6th.
Wouldn't it be the sixth?
Let's see here.
Yeah, I think the sixth.
The 6th might be okay then. All right, I'll
That's
say
the
October
next
6th.
Monday.
Yeah, okay.
No.
problem.
It's 13th because it's the second Monday of the month. Right?
I thought it was just every other week.
No, it's the second Monday.
Second and fourth Monday
second.
of every month, so it's October 13th.
Well, that should be fine. It's a long ways out, but it'll just be a big meeting.
It'll be a big
The way
meeting.
it is.
You guys okay with that?
Sure.
Start earlier in the evening? Yeah, we could. We could start earlier in the evening, maybe do
Yeah.
our work session at 5 and then open session starting at 6. How's that sound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like well, I think that'd be probably easier for the teachers too, if we did a meet and greet earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that's probably the best we can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And
So that.
by then, hopefully, if we advertise well, we might have
Yeah, I
a
think you
group
would.
of people, applicants that we could review and
Mhm.
make a decision, or at least move towards a decision.
Yeah,
All right, wonderful.
Okay?
well, I'm glad we talked about that. Good.
All right. So,
All right, anything else for that next meeting?
I'm sure between now and then something will come up, but.
I'm sure.
yeah,
Oh,
and then,
does.
then later, then the next, 2 days later, we get to go to these.
Yes, on October 15th.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
All right, so we'll have a double dose of
Important stuff.
school stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I'm all ready to discuss the intricacies of music selection for the parade.
Music selection for the parade, okay. We have some complaint procedures in place of.
It was good movie.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So we can just sit out there and we can sit out there, yeah. Be like a PowerPoint, just flash up the agenda and we'll sit around. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then we will adjourn.